We continue the chapter Work, Energy and Power. In the previous video, we have discussed work energy theorem for a variable for a constant force. In the previous video, we have discussed work energy theorem for a constant force. Now we discuss work energy theorem for a variable force. Work energy theorem for a variable force. Work energy theorem for a variable force. We know a small amount of work done is equals to F dot ds. A small amount of work done when a force F is applied on a body and the body moves a distance, a small distance dx, then a small amount of work done dw is given by F dot ds. And if the displacement is in the direction of applied force, then F dot ds is written as F ds cos theta. And if the direction of applied force and displacement are same, then the angle between theta is 0. So dw equals to cos 0 is 1, so F into ds. And we know the formula for force. F is given by m into a. So dw equals to ma ds. And a is the acceleration, which is given by dv by dt into ds. Now this can be written as m into ds by dt into dv. And ds by dt is velocity. So mv dv. So this is the small amount of work done. dw equals to mv dv. Now for finding the total work done, we integrate both sides. So integration of dw is equals to integration of mv dv and limit from limit from u to v. U is the initial velocity, v is the final velocity. And dw, integration of dw is w, m is constant taken outside, and integration of v dv is v square by 2 and limit from u to v. So we get work done w equals to 1 by 2 mv square minus 1 by 2 mu square. mv square 1 by 2 mv square minus 1 by 2 mu square. So 1 by 2 mv square is the final kinetic energy and 1 by 2 mu square is the initial kinetic energy. Therefore, we conclude that work done is equals to change in kinetic energy. Work done in moving a body from one point to another is equals to change in kinetic energy. Change in kinetic energy means final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, and this is the work done. This is the work energy theorem for a variable force. Work energy theorem for a variable force. Work done in displacing a body from one point to another is equals to change in kinetic energy of the body. Now we discuss the numericals based on kinetic energy and work energy theory. So the first question, question number 1. A toy rocket of mass 0.1 kg has a small fuel of mass 0.02 kg. A toy rocket, a toy rocket of mass 0.01 kg. There is a toy rocket of mass 0.01 kg has a small fuel of mass 0.1 kg. Has a small fuel of mass 0.02 kg. We have given a toy rocket whose mass is 0.1 kg and there is a small fuel of mass 0.02 kg which it burns out in 3 seconds. Which it burns out in 3 seconds. This mass of the fuel which is filled in the rocket that is burnt out in 3 seconds. Starting from rest on a horizontal smooth track. Starting from rest. Starting from rest on a horizontal smooth track. On a horizontal smooth track. Starting from rest on a horizontal smooth track, it gets a speed of 20 meters per second. It gets a speed of 20 meters per second. It gets a speed of 20 meters per second after the fuel is burnt out. After the fuel is burnt out. Means when the rocket acquires a speed of 20 meters per second, then the fuel is burnt out. So what is the approximate thrust of the rocket? What is the approximate thrust? What is the approximate thrust of the rocket? And what is the energy content per unit mass of the fuel? What is the energy? And second point, what is the energy content per unit mass of the fuel? Energy content per unit mass of the fuel. Ignore the small mass variation of the rocket during the fuel burning. So we have given a rocket of mass 0.1 kg has a small fuel of mass 0.02 kg. So mass of the rocket is 0.1 kg. Its initial speed u is 0. Initially the rocket is at rest and it acquires a velocity of 20 meter per second. So the final velocity acquired by the rocket v is given 20 meter per second. And time t, which it burns out in 3 seconds. And when the fuel burns out, the rocket acquires a velocity of 20 meter per second. Time is given 3 seconds. So first thing we have to calculate what is the approximate thrust of the rocket. Thrust is the force. Thrust is a force. Means we have to calculate force acted by the rocket. So thrust of the rocket is given by thrust, which is equals to force, and force equals to mass into acceleration. And acceleration is given by v minus u upon t. A equals to v minus u upon t. Put the value of mass 0.1 into v is 20, u is 0 upon time is 3. So 0.1 into 20 upon 3. This is the thrust acting. So this can be written as 20 upon 3, remove the decimal. So 2 by 3 Newton. The first answer of the first part, what is the approximate thrust of the rocket? So the approximate thrust of the rocket is 2 by 3 Newton. Now the next part which we have to calculate, what is the energy content per unit mass of the fuel. Energy content per unit mass means we have to find energy upon mass. Energy per unit mass we have to calculate. So kinetic energy gained by the rocket. We calculate kinetic energy gained by the rocket. Kinetic energy acquired or gained by the rocket, which is half mv square, 1 by 2. Mass of the rocket is 0.1. v square means 20 square. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 10 into 20 into 20. So this is 20 joule. So energy gained by the rocket is 20 joule. Now we have to find the energy per unit mass. So kinetic energy upon mass. Energy per unit mass. Kinetic energy per unit mass. So kinetic energy we have calculated 20 joule, and mass of the fuel which we have given 0.02. 0.02. Remove the decimal. So this is 1000 joule per kg. 1000 joule per kg. This is the answer of the second part. Energy content per unit mass means energy upon mass. So the first we have calculated thrust. We use the formula. Thrust is a force acts on the rocket. Thrust equals to m into a, and a can be written as v minus u by t. The value of v and t is given. U is the initial velocity, which is 0. Now the second question. A bullet weighing 10 gram. Question number 2. A bullet weighing 10 gram. A bullet weighing 10 gram is fired with a velocity of 800 meters per second. Is fired with a velocity of 800 meters per second. A bullet is fired with a velocity of 800 meters per second after passing through a mud wall 1 meter thick. After passing through a mud wall. After passing through a mud wall 1 meter thick. 1 meter thick. Its velocity decreases after passing through a mud wall which is 1 meter thick. The velocity of the bullet decreases to 100 meters per second. Its velocity decreases to 100 meters per second. So find the average resistance offered by the mud wall. Find the average resistance. Find the average resistance offered by the mud wall. So the question is, there is a bullet of mass 10 gram is fired. The initial velocity by which the bullet is fired is 800 meters per second, and bullet passes through a mud wall whose thickness is 1 meter. When it passes through a 1 meter thick mud wall, its velocity decreases to, the final velocity comes to be 100 meters per second. So we have to calculate the average resistance offered by the mud wall. So we use here work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. We use the concept of work energy theorem. So according to work energy theorem, work done by the resistance offered, work done by the resistance offered, work done by the resistance offered by mud wall equals to change in kinetic energy. This is the work energy theorem. Work done by the resistance offered by the mud wall is equals to change in kinetic energy. And here change in kinetic energy is in terms of decrease in kinetic energy, because its velocity goes on decreasing. So change in kinetic energy means decrease in kinetic energy, and decrease in kinetic energy is calculated by initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy. And work done is given by force into displacement, F into S. And change in kinetic energy means decrease in kinetic energy, and which is equals to initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy. Change in kinetic energy, initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy, because kinetic energy goes on decreasing because the velocity goes on decreasing. So initial kinetic energy half mu square and final kinetic energy half mv square. So m by 2 is taken common. So v square u square minus v square, and that is f into s. So f into s, where s is the displacement, equals to m by 2 u square minus v square. We have to calculate the force. So f 2fs by cross multiplication, 2fs equals to m into u square minus v square, and f equals to m into u square minus v square, u square minus v square upon 2s. Now put the value of mass. So the mass of the bullet is 10 gram, and convert it into kg. So 10 upon 1000 kg, which is 1 by 100. 1 by 100. So mass 1 by 100. U square means 800 square. V square, that is 100 square, upon 2 into S is given 1 meter. The distance S is 1 meter. ठीक. So it becomes 1 upon 200 into A square minus B square. So 900 into 700. 4.5 into 700. And 3150 Newton. This is the resistance force acts. The resistance force offered by the mud wall. Resistance force offered by the mud wall is 3150 Newton. So we use the concept of work energy theory. Change in kinetic energy is equals to work done. Next question number 3. If the linear momentum of a body increases by 20%, if the linear momentum of a body increases by 20%. If the linear momentum of a body increases by 20%, what will be the percent increase in the kinetic energy? What will be the percent increase in the kinetic energy of the body? So we have given the linear momentum of a body is increased by 20%. Then what will be the percentage increase in kinetic energy of the body? So the formula for kinetic energy, and that is initial kinetic energy, that is Ki equals to half mv square. Initial kinetic energy half mv square, and in terms of momentum, divide and multiply by m. And m square v square is written as p square. So this is the initial kinetic energy in terms of linear momentum. Initial kinetic energy equals to p square by 2m. Now increase in momentum. Increase in momentum. If the linear momentum is increased by 20%, so the linear momentum we have taken p, so increase in momentum. We calculate the increase in momentum. It is increased by 20%. So initial linear momentum was p, and then it is increased by 20%. So p into 20 by 100, and it is p plus p by 5, that is 6p by 5. So linear momentum increased by 6p by 5. This is the final momentum. Final momentum. So final momentum is 6p by 5. Now this was the initial kinetic energy in terms of momentum, initial momentum. Now we find the final kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy. And we use at the place of momentum, we use 6p by 5. That is the final linear momentum. So final kinetic energy, the formula for p square by 2m, p square means 6p by 5 the whole square means 36p square upon 2m. This is the final kinetic energy, 36p square upon 2m. And this can also be written as 36 upon 5 into p square by 2. 36 by 5 into p square upon 2. And this is final kinetic energy. And at the place of p square by 2, we can use initial kinetic energy. So 36 6p by 5 the whole square. So 36p square upon 5 into 5, 25 into 2, 50m. And it is written as 25 into 2m. So 36 by 25 into km. At the place of p square by 2m, we can use ki, initial kinetic energy. So the final kinetic energy in terms of initial kinetic energy is 36 by 25 km. Now increase in kinetic energy. We calculate the increase in kinetic energy equals to initial kinetic energy Ki minus Kf. That is Ki minus the value of Kf, we put 36 by 25 Ki. increase in kinetic energy, final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, and that is Ki minus Kf, the value of Kf 36 by 25 Ki minus Ki, taking LCM 36 minus 25, 11 by 25 Ki. So this is the increase in kinetic energy, 11 by 25 Ki. Now we have to find the percentage increase in kinetic energy. Percentage increase in kinetic energy. Percentage increase in kinetic energy. The formula for increase in kinetic energy upon initial kinetic energy into 100. So the increase in kinetic energy we have calculated 11 by 25 Ki upon initial kinetic energy Ki into 100. So Ki gets cancelled, 11 by 25 into 100, and that is 44%. So 44% is the increase in percentage increase in kinetic energy. So firstly we find the initial kinetic energy in terms of momentum, then increase in kinetic energy we have given 20%, which is 6p by 5, then final kinetic energy in terms of increased kinetic energy, then we have converted at the place of p square by 2m we have written Ki, then we find increase in kinetic energy, then use the formula for percentage increase in kinetic energy.